It's another new comic week. Check out what I picked up at the comic book store. Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you Spider Slayer's comic book haul. This is episode 377, and this is the video series where each and every week I show you, the fans, what I picked up at the comic book store. And guys, my head is turned upside down with this whole move, so again, pardon the inconsistent schedule here. So I'm trying to get my videos up as soon as I possibly can. I promise, hopefully, things will get back to normal soon. But I wanted to show you what I picked up at the store because there's some cool books that came out this week. So let's get started. Mystery Black Bag is upon you. Inside is the comic books. What did we pick up? Let's find out. So here we go. Boom, there it is. Boom, the bag's on the floor. Boom. We start off with the traditional bags and boards, right? Nice. All right, so first thing I wound up getting is War of the Realms Venom. This is issue 15. Honestly, guys, when it comes to my comic book reading, I'm sorry, I'm behind. Again, with this move, I've only read a selective few books each week, so I am behind with my stuff. But again, I promised you, I'm going to show you what I picked up. So I'm not too sure what's going on because I didn't read the last issue. But if you're into the tie-ins when it comes to War of the Realms, you may want to pick this one up. Here's some of the interior artwork of which is inside it. Okay, so there it is. There's Venom. This is issue 15. All right, next, wound up getting Spider-Man Life Story issue 4. This is the 90s. Looking forward to this one. We all read a lot of Spider-Man back in the 90s, right? So I bet this is some great stuff here. Mark Bagley's been doing the artwork. This is the Spider-Man story where Spidey actually ages. And here you get to see in this very first few pages here where you get to see Dr. Octopus. He's old, man. He's got white hair. He's got wrinkles and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Look at Peter Parker. Like, look how old he looks, you know? How would you like to see an actual real Peter Parker story where he actually ages? I think that would be really, really cool. You get to see his suit changes over the years and stuff like that. So that's cool. Can't wait to read this. Spider-Man Life Story, issue 4. This has been a great series. I recommend it for everybody. All right, next, talking about more Spidey. We got Symbiote Spider-Man, issue number 3. Last issue was really awesome as well. As at the end of every issue, you wind up seeing Mysterio discovering something about this symbiote. And then in the last issue, you wind up seeing the symbiote kill a guy that Peter Parker was fighting when Peter was unconscious. And Mysterio saw it and he was like, what the fuck, dude? And so it was crazy. So I guess they're discovering more things about this symbiote and whatnot. And here we get to see Electro in there. I think the artwork is really cool. Here we have some more. You got Black Cat on there. Again, when he has the characters with costumes, looks great. Facial expressions, can be a little bit weird at times when it comes to Greg Land. But overall artwork, I like it. So that's Symbiote Spider-Man. This is issue 3. All right, next, we talk about a new number 1 this week. This is Silver Surfer Black. Haven't read a really good Silver Surfer series in a long time, and this one is done by Donny Cates, so I'm interested to see what this one is about. Interesting cover here. Here's some of the interior artwork, which is kind of interesting as well. I'm not a fan of this particular artwork. I'm always so stuck on the Silver Surfer series back in the 90s. I love the artwork in that book. This is just odd to me. Why do I need to see a crotch shot of Silver Surfer? That's just weird and a little bit scary. So I'm not sure what to expect. I'm hoping that Donny Cates writes a nice story here and overtakes that artwork. So this is Silver Surfer Black. This is issue 1. All right. This is definitely got to be one of my covers of the week for next week. Immortal Hulk. This is issue 19. Rick Jones is the new Abomination. How freaking creepy is that shit right there, man? That is actually insane. His face is like hands, and they like cover his face and whatnot. And at the end of the last issue, you found out, yes, that Rick Jones is actually Abomination now. So how does Immortal Hulk deal with that whole situation when he finds out that his best friend or his friend is this crazy thing? And it's funny how all these heroes that, you know, all these characters that used to be Hulks are different versions of Hulks. Like, here is Red She-Hulk here. Like, dude, it's just intense, man. Just crazy stuff. I love Immortal Hulk. It's such a great series. It's a true definition of a horror book. This is issue 19. Next, this is the epilogue of the Hunted storyline. This is issue 23. How does Spidey deal with the ramifications? How does Kraven's son deal with the loss of his father when he wound up killing his own father and not realizing it? I thought that was a pretty cool ending. And where does the story go here now with Nick Spencer or whatnot? So very curious to see what happens to all the villains now that the shield is down and they're let loose and they're free. What happens with the Vulture, since he was the one that was actually considered the leader of all these villains. And we also get to see Ryan Ottley back on the artwork. It's been a long time. Happy to have him back. So this is issue 23 of The Amazing Spider-Man. All right, next. Awesome cover here. Great art germ cover of Catwoman issue 12. And I love how we're just like turning the page and Catwoman's right there in one of her iconic classic costumes. Another wonderful cover by him. The dude's on fire. He knows how to draw. Great covers. You know, hopefully people check this one out. I saw this one a long time ago and I was like, yes, I definitely got to pick it up. Here's some of the interior artwork going into Catwoman to see if it's, you know, something that you like. I personally don't read the book. And I'm sure the only reason why this book is still in print is because of covers like these. So this is Catwoman issue 12. All right. Next, this is cool. Transformers issue 7, but it's got cards inside of it, right? So inside you have these foil cards. So this is a true first here. I'm opening up cards. I don't care. They're not going to be worth anything anyway. So I'm going to open them up and see what they're about. Let's use my teeth. All right, here we go. So what do these cards look like? They're like foil cards. Reminds me back of the 90s, right? Where you had these cards. All right, so the first one you wind up getting in here, they're like playing cards, dude. They're like, you can play like Pokemon or something with it. Ramjet, right? So there's Ramjet. And then you get to see his jet self on the back there. So that's cool. So you see him in true forms. And then you have, I guess that's a big card. Oh, look, there's small cards too. Don't do this at home, kids. Could rip your teeth out. So you got this card, Armored Plating. You have a Soundwave card talking to Megatron. So you have that. You have this Zap card, so it must be some weapon. So yeah, this is like just a game you can play. Leap into battle, right? Roll out, as Optimus Prime would always say. Roll out, Autobots. Deliberating whatever crystal and crushing treads. So that's what comes with the Transformers comic book this week. And then you got that cool cover there with Optimus Prime. So you got that. All right, next we have War of the Realms, Superior Spider-Man. So Superior Spider-Man's in the War of the Realms now. So he gets his own tie-in book. So check out this opening page in here if you guys can see that. It's a little blurry. Apologize for that. So we get to see there. That's better. So we have that in there as well. So everything is basically tying into the War of the Realms. So that's Superior Spider-Man. That's issue 7. Okay. Next, I guess I accidentally pulled both covers of Red Hood and the Outlaw. So I got both of these books. So you got that cover right there where you get to see a pool of blood and Jason Todd's actual reflection in the blood. So that's really cool. And then here you get the main cover of him doing a battle. Okay. So, and then here is the actual interior artwork in here in this book as well. So we get to see what happens in there. So in case you guys, again, are on the fence about this whole Red Hood book, Red Hood and the Outlaw. So we have that. Okay. Next, the continuation in issue 5 of Major X, as we get to see the female character here that Liefeld has recently created for Major X. We always get a different artist on this book. So we have Brent Peoples, who does the actual art here. We have some Sentinels on there. Okay. So we got that. We have that right there. So yeah, we got some cool stuff there. Check out her shield, man. She's like a Sentinel faceplate as her shield or something. That's kind of weird. So yeah, that's Major X. That's issue 5. All right. Next, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issue 7, Prey to the Prowler. So it looks like Spidey's going to do battle against a traditional villain in this book, I guess. We have the Prowler. Why he's doing battle against him, I don't know. Interesting artwork that's in this particular issue. We move away from the whole spider bite situation. How is Peter continuing to deal with Aunt May dealing with cancer? How is Mary Jane helping her? There's a lot of storylines that could be told here with Aunt May's situation. So we'll see what happens going forward with this story. I love Tom Taylor. I think he's doing a great job on it. So this is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is issue 7. All right, next. A lot of books this week. Batman Detective Comics. This is issue 1005. As we're continuing our battle against Arkham Knight, the last issue, we got to see kind of the origin story, as she is the daughter of the person who runs Arkham Asylum. And I thought it was really cool. The artwork in this issue is really awesome. It's so well done. The inking is so good in this. The coloring is really good in this. I love the facial expressions. The panel layouts are great. There's so much action in this book, and this is what, it's just good. It's just a fun ride. And I think, again, when you have Peter J. Tomasi doing it, it's great. And just in case you guys haven't seen it, Batman Curse of the White Knight comes out in July. So The White Knight was a great series done by Sean Murphy. I thought it was awesome. So check that one out when that comes out. But check this out right now. Next, continuation of more tie-ins of War of the Realms. This is Champions. This is issue 6. So we have this going on in there as well. Last one had to deal with Cyclops. We'll get to see all kinds of stuff going on in this books. If I am missing stuff, I know it's an event. But, again, I'm just so behind on a lot of things. I'll try to keep up here this week and see how it goes. But, yeah, that's Champions right there. That's great artwork as well. All right. Batman and the Outsiders, issue 2. Issue 1 was okay for me. How does issue 2 turn out? I feel like Batman's name is on this book just so it can sell it. Just to say, hey, Batman's in this book every once in a while, but he's going to leave these guys behind to do his dirty work for him. So we'll see what happens. We got introduced to a new character who, as she is feeling pain, she gets more stronger or something like that. She's almost like a Wolverine type of character. Maybe we get to see more of her going forward in the future as well. I don't know. We'll see. But here's some of the artwork in here. Some people are not sure if Black Lightning fits on this team. So I don't know. We'll see. This is issue 2 of Batman and the Outsiders. Next, we have Event Leviathan, issue 1. I did not read that Superman book, that 60-something page book. I did not have time for that. So I have no idea where we stand with Leviathan. Maybe I'll understand it with issue 1. Maybe I'm not. If I don't get it, I might skip this event and see what happens. But this is issue 1 of the series. If you guys are interested here, this is the interior artwork, written by Brian Michael Bendis. How many of you guys are skipping this? This kind of looks like a Jessica Jones book, the way the artwork is set up here. So we get to see that. That's kind of interesting. I feel like I'm going to be lost. I truly do. So that's what's going on there. That's Event Leviathan, issue 1. Next, I got the Marvel's Fury preview guides that absolutely sits there and does previews for Absolute Carnage, okay, and Marvel Comics issue 1000. So again, this is everything that's coming out in the future. As you get to see, I see more Major X. Major X issue 0 is an ongoing, and it's coming out some more. Iron Man issue 15. We get to see the Power Pack in there as well. All Grown Up issue 1. So this is some of that stuff that's coming out in the future, guys. So go check that out, Marvel's free previews guide. And then last but not least, continuing the Avengers initiative by me collecting every single Avengers book from volume 1. This week I wound up getting issue 231 of the Avengers. This is a really cool book, as you get to see Jen Walters holding up this big pile of whatever it is, and Thor is doing battle there, and yeah, so you got all that going on. Don't know what the book is about, but again, it's going into the collection. So there you guys have it. There are the comics that I picked up this week at the comic book store. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now it's your turn in the comments below to show me what books you picked up this week. Especially you, Andrew. You're the one that sits there and writes every single book. The dude's got at least 40-something books he puts on that list every single week, and I crack up how many books he picks up. But guys, put it in those comments below. Put any comments below. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. And as always, fans, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that all-important notification button so you don't miss a single video from me. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and I'll see you guys real soon. Take care, guys. Bye.